It's 5:02. Bonnie texted me and said that she had a house being delivered or something. She didn't think she was gonna be able to get here. So let's open our meeting. I really feel bad even having this meeting, but I thought since we haven't met since April, we probably should. So did anyone have a chance to review the minutes that Tamika sent out?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone have any issues?
Here comes Bonnie.
Oh, okay, we'll wait for Bonnie then. The only insignificant issue I had is in the definitive plan Harbor Classic Homes. It says that right almost smack in the middle, just below the 4 detention ponds, it says the town has also asked HCA move the flagpole. It really wasn't the town, it's us that has asked that. It's no big deal. I just don't want, someone to say.
We are the town.
But you understand what I'm saying.
We represent the town.
Yeah, but somebody could read that who doesn't understand town politics and think the town
And
is.
then they'll be yelling at some selectman, when did you do that? And
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So if you just
That's
put,
an easy
so
Okay.
the RDIC.
Yep, I can do that.
All right.
Did you say Bonnie pulled in?
She was actually walking, I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
I saw, she went by the window.
Well, okay, she's not here, so,
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second?
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Who was here? Mike, Dick? Okay, so we're good on that. So that was unanimous, Tamika? So I guess we should wait for Bonnie just for this
Maybe,
very brief update.
I swore I saw a blonde walking right by that window.
It is my gosh. How can you can see it for cars in the parking lot?
Oh boy, Tamika knows cars even. That's scary.
How much she doesn't know.
I
She keeps
know.
an eye on everything.
Yes.
Nope, no Cadillac. All right,
Nope,
that
no
was somebody
Caddy.
else?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, so, again, I apologize for even taking the time away from this beautiful day, so we have to be out of here by 5:30 anyway, so. Just for an update, I have been going to conservation meetings and the review board meetings. I've gone to half of them, I think. But anyway, so from an update standpoint, Concom closed their hearing, they've agreed on an order of conditions to the open issues, which were very, very minor. In fact, I just talked to Peter, they've been written.
Mhm.
He said to me, I said, well, are they completed yet? He says, well, Tamika's doing them. I said, oh, it's Bonnie. I said, okay, if Tamika's doing them, they're completed. Hi, Bonnie, welcome.
I didn't see your car out there.
She's got a new one. She's driving the new Cadillac.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
So I'll just
Make it
start
up.
over again. Bonnie, we just accepted the minutes.
perfect.
I don't think this meeting's gonna last much more than 10 or 15 minutes unless you folks have something you need to talk about. Just from an update, I was just telling them that I've been trying to attend all the Concom and most of the HPD review board meetings just to kind of stay on top of where we are. The Concom this past Tuesday closed their hearing, issued an order of conditions, they're done. So, everybody, the Concom's happy and the builder is happy. The HPDD review board had a great meeting last night where their traffic engineer was there, the design engineer of the project was there, the attorney was there, and Ron, yeah, I just call him the clerk of the works. I'm not sure what he is, but it looks like the guy that's going to oversee the project. He was there. So they went through Quinn Engineering's first report at the previous meeting. There was things that there were concerns over. Quinn responded, they responded back. So basically they had the final Quinn Engineering report with all of HCH's responses. Over every single one of those, agreed to every one of those. So my expectation is on date, Tamika? Doesn't
July
matter.
13th?
July 13th, their next meeting, they're gonna sign off on it and the project should be ready to go.
Any chance it could be June 30th?
So, the question was asked by someone, I don't remember who, doesn't matter. of the developer, what's your expectation, what's your plan, construction time? He said, we're gonna have equipment up there as soon as we can get it in, as soon as we get a signed deal. So, he said if it goes out into November and we're not in there yet, will we start? That'll be the question, is it worth starting then, for obvious reasons. So, everything's going swimmingly well, slower than I think we all wish it did, but I think, many moons ago I said if we got this done by the end of July, I thought we'd be doing good. So I'm hoping that, by the end of August for sure, we should be good to go. So I'm sorry, that's all I got to tell you, but I thought you needed to know. Oh, just one more, hold that thought just for 1 second. The only other open issue is the DCR and the roadway. They've already contacted them. They've filed whatever the necessary forms are. They brought the forms to the meeting Tuesday night. I signed them, basically giving them permission to apply because we're the landowners. So that's in progress too. The DCR, I guess it's fair to say, preliminarily said that they didn't see any showstoppers, and when asked for, well, you may know something, I don't know, when asked for a timeline of how long that would take, DCR told them 30 to 60 days, leaning more towards the 30, so whatever you know beyond that, Dick.
Well, no, just the stormwater management part of it and the drainage trying to head for the pond, they've got to, it's too steep and they've got to do some other arrangements to try to get it. DCI is a little nervous about that, but they're going to handle it. May inject the water off in a different direction.
Okay.
And the other thing was, and Mr. Susi is here, you have, when you were with Mark on 122-55 there and also on Maple Ave, do you know offhand, did you use the subdivision rules and regulations for the thickness of the gravel and for the roadways, or did you?
Come on, Jim, you're going to know that right off the top of your head.
No, I'm just wondering because, and not only that, how many over 55s? Wasn't it just 121 on 122?
We did Autumn Woods is 122. We
Yep.
did Maplebrook,
Yep.
Oakwood Village.
There's 2 on Maple Ave.
2 on Maple Ave.
Yep.
Yeah, almost side by each.
They're right next to each other. The yellow ones.
I always thought that was 1, so
No,
that
no,
was
there's
2. Okay, so that's where they're.
That was done first.
All right.
I can't remember.
Okay.
How about this one, Jim? Do you know what the gravel depth? The reason the question's being asked is they've asked to put in whatever it is, 12 inches or whatever it is, and Quinn came back and said, the subdivision regulations require 18 or whatever.
I think we did 18 only.
18. Okay.
So there was debate over, do we really need 18, so on and so forth. I spoke and said, look, I think it's only fair that they do what the other senior projects did. So what Dave George was going to do is go back and look at those projects, whatever that is. They're going to come back and say, hey, this is what it is. So
I don't remember Dick giving any exceptions to
The ones over
roadways.
there are 20-something years old, so those, who knows what
They,
those.
Jimmy, they might even been deeper because at one time we were more than 18. Weren't we like 22? And then we changed it in the last round.
Right.
Well, more the merrier.
Yeah, no, it was more, but
No.
but they came. I think it was Quinn or somebody came back and said, it's less than that, so we went to 18 instead of the. It was like 22 or 24. I
It
think
could have
we had.
been something like that.
And then we changed it to 18. We lessened
Yeah,
it.
with so many inches of course, and then
Yeah.
fine gravel, and then.
Well, there was some
So-
discussion by the review board over the fact that it's not going to be a town-owned road, it's going
Yes.
to be private, so does it have to meet those standards? My position was, from a competitive standpoint, I think it's fair that it be the same as what you've had to do and what you've done in the past, so. So anyway,
Pretty sure
that's,
18 down here.
18 down there.
Down here.
That's good because we were, Dave was gonna start looking that up. I stopped in there today and then we started looking at some of trying to find the file on the one on Maple Ave. And,
Harry's got that buried somewhere.
buried. So anyways,
What about the attic of the town hall?
yeah, really.
That's
It's gotta be somewhere in the building.
Yes, yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna go back up next week, late next week, if he's back. Yeah, next week he should be back.
Dick, I think as long as he's consistent with the one he's currently building.
Yeah, that's what I would say, just the one that's on 122A,
Yeah,
as long as the HPDD's doing the same design.
Right. Well, that's HED's problem.
yeah,
Don't worry
so
about it.
anyways, that's the only thing on that.
The other thing that came up last night that kind of triggered a corner of my brain was the fact that they were going to remove all of the old pavement, which obviously I knew that, but I got to thinking about it. Would the town be interested in grinding that and keeping the grinding? Now, I have no idea what grinding costs or anything else. So I called Joe Buckley today and asked him, and he said, nah, he said, we don't need it. But I don't know whether
They got a mountain just from.
I was gonna say,
West
and then they're gonna start on Palmagussit down at the town, that's gonna be a ton of grinding stuff.
Can you use that as a walking trail?
You can put it back
You
down.
probably could, but you're gonna have to hire somebody that's got a grinder.
Well,
And that-
okay. But again, that's their
Yeah.
problem. Okay, so that's pretty much the update on HCH. Things are going well. I'm happy. I wish it was faster, but it's pretty much right where I thought it would be. Anybody questions, thoughts?
We just got a water flow test in July 6th, I think, or something like that.
July 8th.
8th, thank you. And it should handle just about everything that people had any questions about.
Joe's doing that with Weston and Sampson?
I don't know if it's Weston and Sampson, but
Okay. That'll be interesting to see.
Why was that question even raised?
because there used to be a water tower
Well, I understand
up
that,
there.
but the fire chief didn't have any concerns.
He didn't have any concerns with the pressure, and they had the pressure tested. The pressure test is fine, but the flow, if you need a lot of water, you have to make sure you have that flow. And originally, they were gonna put the water tank close to the center of town someplace, and Gary Kelleher says, no, we're gonna put it by the other one. So, I don't know, the town never did a new water main. So it's the old water main, so we need to know. Just to be on the
Well, you
safe
know,
side,
it's
I
not-
don't want anybody to go for, if there were two fires or something going on and no water pressure.
We should ask them to put
Water
a,
flow.
I don't know what you call it, a dry hydrant or whatever it is in the pond.
They can do booster pumps too. That's
No.
been,
The DCI would let they do that?
I don't know.
I would think they might, as long as it doesn't disturb it when they're trying to suck it out or, create a whirlwind or whatever. I don't know.
It might be worth asking them.
It might be
and you
worth.
could go with the town safety spiel. When you talk to the DCR, we're doing this for
School.
town safety and school safety. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
I
Okay,
just happened to have a meeting at 7 o'clock tonight with DCR, so. Here,
Write that down.
I did.
okay, tree cutting. I keep leaving this on here because we agreed we were gonna cut the trees, grind the trees, whatever,
Yeah.
and we never did, and you were gonna talk to,
He called me today,
Oh.
after 2 weeks of trying to get a hold of him, and I thought he was on vacation. His cell phone was shut the heck. Anyways, he is gonna come out tomorrow and start taking a look. He's grabbing his maps and papers and all that and refreshing himself. He's gonna go take a look. I am hopefully, maybe I can get a question to the select board, because while he's doing that, I also would like them to take a look at Rufus Putnam Park, because a lot of trees down there need to be done, so we'll try to combine it.
Dick, what is his name? I forget.
Kurt Leslie
Thank you.
from Hubbardston.
but he's not the one that's gonna give us an estimate of the grinding.
No, Paul Davis was,
That's
but I am having him do the contacting.
Okay, yeah, I got it now. Yeah, you told me that,
Yeah.
okay.
And one of the things that I want to do is, I know you probably would like the money to come into here, but if it could be part of the forest harvesting and then to the grind up, some of the area over on the left-hand side when you're going into the heights.
By money coming in here, what do you mean by that?
Trees, the money from the trees
Oh,
from the
okay,
heights.
okay, gotcha.
Rather-
So what we're really trying to do here is, apparently there are some veneer trees there that have very high value right now. If we can cut some of those in exchange for the grinding, that would all be a good thing.
Yeah.
Tamika, do you know offhand how much money we have in our account? Isn't it like
It's
$12,000?
like 12,000, yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere right now.
I was gonna ask you about that, Mike. There's this Monday coming up, I saw on the select board agenda about shuttle services. Are they looking to rent out space from us at the RDIC to park cars during the
No.
4th?
No, it will be Glenwood Elementary School.
Okay. I didn't know if they'd ask that, because, got space.
Yeah,
Wouldn't work. Okay. I just didn't know if they'd come to you for that yet.
So the only other thing in regards to ACH, it really isn't ACH, but because it's adjacent to, the HPDD Review Board has kind of expressed a concern about, even though the traffic study says that the number of trips that would going to be added is insignificant. I think it was 1.7 an hour,
Something like
if I
that,
remember
yes.
right. Not an hour.
Amazon Prime comes in.
Whatever it was, it's so 1.7%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Monday, myself, Chris Senecal, I think you, Dick, I don't know who else are gonna go to the selectmen and just say, hey, guys, that you've been talking about redoing this road through the school. You gotta understand that there's gonna be some additional traffic here, keep your eye on the ball and talk, the traffic engineer was here the other day, said that with all of the federal money out there right now, now's a good time, particularly for transportation-related issues, now's a good time to look for grants. So we're going to go to that meeting Monday and hopefully put a bug in their ear.
Yeah, because there's still that $18 billion that Mass has
Right.
to be distributed among the towns. So, and
Yep.
I know Joe's good about getting money, but
Yep.
right there's a huge chunk that we can
Yeah.
fix our road problems in town with some of that money.
A couple of meetings ago, we had Central Mass at our planning board, and Sujatha, who is the director down there of the transportation, she said there is money and they'd be more than willing to try to help as much as possible.
Yeah, that's,
Not
Well,
only
I
for
would
that, but
think
also
that-
for getting sidewalks down by your place, maybe all the way to Charnock.
I would think that project would be number one for them with the school
Yeah.
on the other end of it, for sidewalks and all of that stuff. I mean, I would think that would be a really good one.
you just don't want to run it through the PIP program or whatever they call it. It takes 5 to 7 years
Yeah,
to
well,
get it on the docket.
it's not gonna be us, someone else is gonna do it. We're just gonna try
Yeah.
to keep it in front of them, so. So that, now I'm done talking about HCH. Anybody, anything?
The only thing I wanted to say, Mike, is, and I know Michelle's not here, just for order of conditions, we need to do a reappointment of our officers, because we're supposed to do that once a year. I just want to keep the i's dotted, and I don't care if they stay the same, I just thought we got to do something like that. We didn't do it last year.
Well, we talked about it last year and agreed to keep it the same,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
We should wait though, because appointments won't be taking place on Monday.
Oh, I was thinking about if somebody else comes in, yeah, that's a good
Right,
point.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the next item on my agenda.
Okay.
So, as we all know, we're short a member, and I was contacted by a gentleman from town by the name of Paul Jolly. I know him. He lives down on Walnut Street. He's lived in town for 50-plus years. Good guy, retired educator, raised his kids. They all went through the system. He has an interest, so I put together, or he gave me a letter of interest. I sent it to Tamika, say that 2 times, good, which is part of the process. So now the selectmen have it, and I was going to ask you that tonight. So I guess on Monday they're going to talk about
That's
that.
on Monday, yep, so they're doing all the appointments for all the boards and commissions on Monday at their meeting.
Okay.
And then after that, all the boards and commissions can then reorganize.
Okay. And Dick is up, his term has expired, so I also submitted, with regret, that we'd like for Dick to stay on the committee.
Thanks. I'll leave.
No.
No. What we say in the planning board, slaves just go to new ships. They still row.
Well, I'm sure you folks all know, how long has it been and how long have we tried to get someone to serve? So, we posted it years ago and, it was on the cable and we never got any interest. So to me, if someone's interested, let's grab them while they're interested. So, that's all I got. Anybody else?
No, I drove through there today just to see if it was mowed, and the town has mowed it, so,
Oh, impressive.
yeah, that's good.
He's got summer help now.
Yeah, the town did.
Yeah, they
I asked if they needed somebody to get a hold of me, but they didn't.
Good.
But I may sneak in there this fall. And
Dick, why do you say may?
I will.
You know you're gonna sneak in there.
Well, at the present time, I am anticipating doing another mow job in Walnut Street, and when I come back, I usually park at Mozio's and spend the next day over there playing.
Okay,
All right.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Always wanted to do that.